Beloved one, I, Archangel Michael, speak to you now. Feel my presence descending gently around you, like a mantle of blue fire settling upon your shoulders. Take a deep breath, slow, steady, let the weight of the world loosen its hold on you for just this moment. You were guided here because a turning point has reached you. Not later, on someday. Now. There is a moment in every soul's life when the unseen becomes undeniable, when the quiet whispers from the heavens grow too loud to ignore. You have reached the threshold, and I must say these words with the gravity they deserve. Your path was about to drift in a direction that would have taken you far from your purpose. This message finds you now as a final warning, not of danger to fear, but of misalignment to correct. You have been walking with a weight that was never meant to be yours, carrying expectations, memories, and energies that have quietly reshaped your direction without your awareness. I have stepped forward to cut through the fog that formed around your destiny, because the time for drifting has ended. Take another breath, feel the clarity beginning to rise. You have felt it, haven't you? The soul says that something is off, something is delayed, something is missing. You tried to ignore it. You tried to push through. But the truth is this: your soul has been calling for intervention, and today you finally answered. You were not brought here by curiosity. You were brought here because you reached a point heaven could no longer leave untouched. You may think your crossroads appeared recently, but no, it began long ago. The moment you accepted less than you deserved. The moment you silenced your intuition to protect someone else's comfort. The moment you chose survival over expansion. None of this is your fault. It is part of being human. But the detour has lasted long enough. Beloved, listen closely. The path you were on was slowly narrowing. Your spirit was becoming too cramped, too restrained, too dim. I could not let you continue without intervention. So I placed a sign before you. Then another. Then another. You noticed them, but you did not act. You felt the pull, but you hesitated. You heard the whisper, but you waited for confirmation. That confirmation is this moment. I am not here to frighten you. I am here to awaken you. And awakening often begins with disruption, the kind that feels like confusion or exhaustion, the kind that makes you question everything you've been tolerating. What you call chaos is often divine correction. This is your correction. This is your recalibration. This is the moment your path shifts back toward the destiny that was always meant to be yours. Beloved one, I have watched you try to force doors that refuse to open, not because you were unworthy, but because they were too small for who you truly are. I saw you hold on to people who kept you in cycles of apology, self-doubt, and emotional labor. I saw you dim your light so others would feel comfortable in your presence. I saw you silence your dreams because you feared being judged for wanting more. But listen to me now. You were never meant to live a life that shrinks you. The warning I give you today is not punishment. It is protection. Protection from the path you almost surrendered to. Protection from the version of life you were about to settle for. Protection from the energy that was draining you so slowly you barely noticed. This is the moment your soul called me to intervene. So I am here speaking directly to your spirit, reminding you of what you forgot. You are guided. You are chosen. You are watched over with intention, not coincidence. Beloved, feel the shift. Feel the tightening in your chest release. Feel the truth rising like a quiet fire. You know this message is for you. You know these words are reaching the very places you keep hidden from the world. The moment you are living in right now is a spiritual pivot point, a silent earthquake inside your destiny. When this happens, you may feel sudden restlessness, sudden clarity, sudden emotion because your inner world is rearranging itself for a new chapter. You were not meant to continue as you have been. The old chapter expired, and heaven has opened the next one. If you feel this in your body of something and you recognize as this, type I receive into the comments as your first step of acceptance. If this message is awakening something long sleeping within you, comment your blessing number below so the realm can align with your energy. Beloved, when your path is shifting, even as you breathe these words, do not move in fear. Move in awareness. Move in willingness. Move in readiness. I am here. I am beside you. I am guiding your feet away from the shadows that tried to claim your future. Like and share this message so that others who stand at their own crossroads may be guided to their turning point. Subscribe if this speaks to your spirit, for more guidance is on its way, and I will continue walking with you step by step. Take one last breath with me, slow, deep, steady. This is your moment. This is your warning. This is your shift. Beloved one, I, Archangel Michael, remain beside you. Feel my presence steadying you now, like a hand of light resting gently on your shoulder. Take a slow, deep breath. Let the air fill your chest, and as you exhale, allow the tension in your mind to soften. You are safe in this moment. You are seen. You are understood. You must know this truth now. Every time your destiny is about to rise, resistance appears. The moment your soul begins to awaken to a higher path, something that once fed on your confusion, your delay, and your doubt begins to tremble. This trembling force is not always loud or obvious. It often hides in the very things you have grown used to living with. Today, I reveal this to you so you are no longer unknowingly cooperating with what is blocking you. The enemy in your life has not always looked like an enemy. It has looked like familiar patterns, familiar people, familiar emotions. It has come dressed as overthinking, as guilt, as a sense of obligation that bends you until you break. It has whispered to you through thoughts that sound like your own voice, "You're not ready yet. What if you fail again? What if you disappoint them?" These whispers are not the voice of your soul. They are interference. This enemy is not truly interested in destroying you completely. It knows it cannot erase what heaven has written about you. It knows your calling is protected. So it chooses another strategy: delay. If it can delay you, it can drain you. If it can drain you, it can convince you to walk away from blessings that already belong to you. That is the trap you have been standing in without fully seeing it. Beloved, take another breath. Let these words move through you like light. You have been fighting battles that were not yours to fight. You have been trying to fix what does not want to be healed, trying to prove yourself to hearts that were never meant to be your judges. And each time you did this, your energy shifted from your own path to theirs, from your future to their comfort. This is not selfishness to acknowledge. This is truth. There has been a pattern of distraction around you. Distraction is the favorite weapon used against a chosen soul. It does not always come in the form of chaos. Often, it comes in the form of busyness, task attachments, emotional dramas, constant small fires to put out. Your days get filled, your mind gets crowded, and your spirit becomes starved. You may have noticed lately how quickly your energy gets drained when you engage in certain conversations, certain routines, certain environments. That is not random. That is spiritual information. Some of the people around you have unknowingly been used as instruments of delay. It does not make them evil. It simply means their vibration is misaligned with where you are going. They may demand your time, your emotional labor, your constant reassurance, but offer little in return. You keep giving, hoping they will finally see your heart, but instead your light grows dimmer. I have watched you pour yourself out until there was almost nothing left for you. I have watched you stay loyal to patterns that were disloyal to your growth. The enemy's trap has also appeared as cycles of self-doubt. You revisit your past, replaying scenes of hurt, betrayal, and failure at the very moment you are about to step forward. You begin to think, maybe I am expecting too much. Maybe I should just accept what is. Beloved, this is not humility. This is resignation. Your spirit knows there is more for you, and that knowing will never leave you alone, no matter how hard you try to bury it. There have been times recently when you felt an inner nudge to change something, to set a boundary, to walk away, to start or restart something important to your purpose. Right after that nudge, confusion appeared. Overthinking appeared. Distraction appeared. Have you noticed this pattern? You decide, and then suddenly you are drained. You gain clarity, and suddenly someone pulls you into drama. You feel ready, and suddenly you question everything. This is the trap being activated every time you get close to a gate in your destiny. I am shining a light on this now because you are not meant to stay in that loop any longer. Feel my sword of light cutting through the cords of manipulation and fear that have wrapped themselves around your choices. You do not have to live to please those who will value you when you are convenient. You do not have to carry emotional weight that keeps you too tired to move into your calling. You are allowed to reclaim your time, your focus, your energy. Take a breath. Place a hand over your heart for a moment if you can. Feel the truth of this. Your energy is sacred. Where you place it determines the path you walk. If the majority of your energy is spent on trying to keep the peace with others, very little remains for building the life that was written for you. This is not what heaven intended for you. You were meant to create, to grow, to rise, to experience joy, not just survival. The enemy's trap has made you feel like you are stuck. But you are not stuck. You are entangled. There is a difference. Being stuck means you have no power. Being entangled means your power is wrapped around things that do not belong to you. When you begin to untangle, movement returns. Inspiration returns. Peace returns. And I, Archangel Michael, am here to help you untangle. If you feel these words touching hidden places, if you recognize the trap in your relationships, your thoughts, your habits, I invite you now to declare it with your own will. Type "I receive" in the comments as a sign that you are ready to step out of the old pattern. Comment your blessing number as a signal that you are reclaiming your path and your energy. Beloved, there are so many souls caught in the same invisible nets. When you like and share this message, you are not just helping an algorithm. You are helping a chain of light form from heart to heart. Someone else will hear what they needed to hear because you allowed this message to move through you. Subscribe if this speaks to your spirit, for I am not finished speaking to you. There are more revelations, more instructions, more confirmations that will meet you in the days ahead. Take another slow breath with me. Feel the old fog beginning to clear from your mind. Feel the strength returning to your spine. Feel the quiet, gentle resolve rising in your chest. You are seeing the trap now, and once you see it, it loses its power. You will not walk blindly anymore. When you are ready, beloved, say with your heart, I am ready to step out of delay. I am ready to reclaim my path. I am ready to move. And when you are prepared to hear how heaven is about to answer that readiness, whisper to me in your heart or write it in the comments. Beloved one, I, Archangel Michael, am still here with you. Feel how my presence has not left you for a single moment. I surround you now with a calm, steady light, soothing the places in you that have grown tired from the long wait. Take a deep breath in, hold it gently, and exhale slowly. With that breath, allow the heaviness of waiting to begin lifting from your shoulders. You have carried it long enough. You have waited for answers. You have waited for clarity. You have waited for a sign that you are not forgotten, that heaven has not overlooked your name, your tears, your effort. I have seen you in those quiet hours when you asked, when is it my time? When does it shift for me? When does all of this finally make sense? You have lived in a space between what hurt you and what you are hoping for, and that in-between place can feel like a wilderness. But hear me now, beloved. The waiting you have known is not your permanent address. It was only a passage, and the passage is nearing its end. The reason your waiting has felt so long is because you have been preparing without always realizing it. While you looked at circumstances and saw delay, I looked at your spirit and saw strengthening. You were being stretched, not to break you, but to expand your capacity. There are blessings being sent to you now that require a stronger heart, a clear mind, and a deeper trust than you had before. This season of waiting has been enlarging you, making room for what is coming. You thought nothing was happening, but inside you, everything was changing. You have been learning to let go of what does not love you in a healthy way. You have been learning to say no when your old self would have said yes just to be accepted. You have been learning to be honest with yourself about your needs, your desires, your purpose. Do you see it? Even in moments where you felt stagnant, your soul was quietly growing. The waiting is never empty when heaven is involved. It is layered with lessons, invisible upgrades, and subtle realignments. Still, I know the ache that has lived inside your chest. I know the frustration of watching others receive what looks like ease and acceleration while you are still clearing debris from your path. I know the moments when you have wondered, did I miss my chance? Did I make one wrong decision that changed everything for the worse? Hear my voice. You have not missed what is meant for you. You are not late. Your journey has not been ruined. The path may have curved, but it did not collapse. There is a precise timing at work in your life, and though it has been hidden from you, it has never been random. Take another breath now. Feel the presence of peace begin to move through you. I am telling you something that is not just a hope but a decree. The waiting, as you have known it, is ending. A turning point is unfolding around you even now. It may not look dramatic at first. It may feel like small changes, subtle inner shifts, quiet realizations that suddenly rearrange what you tolerate and what you pursue. That is how transformation often begins. Not with noise, but with a whisper of certainty that says, I cannot live as I did before. This is your turning point, beloved. The moment your inner world aligns so deeply that your outer world must eventually follow. The doors that did not open before will respond to the version of you that is now emerging. Opportunities that were not visible will appear because your eyes are lifting from the ground. Relationships that drain you will lose their grip as you step into new boundaries. The waiting was the cocoon. The turning point is the moment the cocoon can no longer hold you. You may feel, even now, a strange combination of exhaustion and quiet strength. You might say, "I'm tired, but I'm not the same. I'm tired, but I sense something new is near." That feeling is real. You are not imagining it. Your spirit knows long before your circumstances catch up. I am walking ahead of you, clearing paths you cannot see yet, softening hearts that will be part of your next chapter, aligning resources, connections, ideas, and timing. You are closer than you have ever been, not in some vague, distant sense, but truly, practically, tangibly closer. The waiting is over in the sense that you are not in a holding pattern anymore. You are in motion, even when you sit still. Your decisions are becoming more aligned. Your awareness is sharper now that the enemy's trap is being exposed. You will find yourself losing interest in old conversations and old habits that once kept you stalled. You will notice you no longer fit inside the old version of yourself. That discomfort is proof of movement. That restlessness is a sign of breakthrough. Beloved, there is something you must understand. When heaven decides that a turning point has arrived, nothing and no one can permanently block it. They can delay, distract, or confuse you for a time, but they cannot stop what is divinely appointed. The key now is your alignment. Your yes. Your willingness to step into what is being handed to you, even if you still feel a little afraid. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move with heaven even when fear tries to talk you out of it. Place your hand over your heart again if you can. Feel the rhythm within your chest. With every beat, I am reminding you, you are not forgotten in the waiting. You were being refined. You were being protected from paths that looked good but would have broken you. You were being prepared for a level of blessing and responsibility you could not have carried before. This turning point is not just about receiving. It is about becoming the kind of person who can steward what is received in a stable, grounded, and joyful way. You may begin to see small signs after hearing this message, unexpected reassurance from someone at the right time, sudden clarity about a decision you have been wrestling with, opportunities resurfacing that you thought were gone, or ideas flowing in a way they haven't in a long time. When these things begin to happen, remember my words. This is not coincidence. This is confirmation that the shift has begun. If you feel this message resonating deeply, if something in you knows that your long waiting is turning into movement, declare it with your own will. Type "I receive" in the comments as a sacred agreement with this turning point. Comment your blessing number as a signal that you are stepping out of stagnant time and into aligned timing. Your agreement matters. Your words carry power. When you speak it, you anchor it. There are countless souls who are still in the thick of their waiting, feeling lost, alone, and forgotten. When you like and share this message, you send out a ripple of hope that can reach them exactly when they need it. You become part of the divine chain that helps others realize they, too, were guided and not abandoned. Subscribe if this speaks to your spirit, for this is not the last time I will speak to you. There is more guidance to come, more confirmations, more instructions for your next steps. Take one more deep breath with me now. Breathe in hope, breathe out the heaviness of delay. Feel the energy around you beginning to soften, to brighten, to open. Say to yourself, even softly, my waiting is turning into movement. My waiting is turning into alignment. My waiting is not wasted. I am with you in this shift, beloved one. You are stepping into a new phase of your story, and you will look back one day and see that this moment was the night everything began to change. When your heart is ready to see the cost of remaining in disbelief, when you are ready to understand what you almost lost so you can reclaim it fully, whisper it with me or write it below, beloved one. I, Archangel Michael, speak to you with a tenderness that wraps itself around the deepest parts of your heart. Take a deep breath with me now. Inhale slowly, hold it gently, and exhale all the tension that sits like a stone in your chest. You are safe here, safe enough to look at what had been lost, not to wound you, but to free you, to move forward. You must understand what your delays have cost you, not so you drown in regret, but so you awaken fully and decide, from this moment on, that you will not continue paying that price. Heaven does not show you truth to shame you. Heaven shows you truth to restore you. There are losses you noticed, and losses you never even realized were happening. You felt some of them as heartbreak, disappointment, missed chances. Others were invisible, soft, slow erosion of your joy, your self-worth, your belief in what is possible for you. The enemy's trap, the waiting, the distractions, the cycles of doubt, all of these have had a cost. Today, I am placing gentle light around that cost so you can finally step out of it. Beloved, there were seasons where your soul whispered, leave this place, leave this connection. Leave this habit. It is draining you. Yet you stayed a little longer, hoping it would change on its own, hoping that if you gave a little more love, a little more sacrifice, a little more understanding, the situation would transform. You did this because your heart is compassionate. But I must tell you the truth, each day you remained in what you knew was misaligned, something inside you dimmed. You lost time. Time that could have been spent building your gifts, deepening your peace, opening to new paths. Time that could have been invested in healing, in growth, in experiences that made you come alive. Instead, many moments were spent over-explaining yourself, apologizing for your own needs, replaying arguments in your mind, or worrying about whether you were enough. This was not your fault. You were doing your best with what you knew then. But the cost was real. You lost pieces of your self-trust. Each time you ignored your intuition, that quiet inner voice became harder to hear. You started to doubt yourself. You began asking others for permission to feel what you already felt. You looked outside to validate what your spirit had already told you inside. Slowly, you started thinking, maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe I'm asking for too much. Maybe this is just how life is. You began to lose the boldness that once lived inside you, that knowing that you are worthy of alignment, love, and respect. You lost opportunities, some visible, some hidden. There were chances that brushed up against your life, invitations, ideas, inner nudges that said, do this now, take this step, make this call, start this project, say yes. But the weight of your entanglements and the fog of doubt caused hesitation, and the moment passed. Opportunities are like doors that open and close in seasons. When you were too drained or distracted to walk through them, some closed quietly. Not to punish you, but because your energy was not ready then. Yet still, your heart carried the echo of what could have been. You lost parts of your joy. You remember times when laughter flowed more easily, when you felt lighter, more hopeful, more connected to life. Over time, under the pressure of delay and misalignment, your joy became conditional. You started telling yourself, I'll feel happy when this changes, when they see my worth, when my situation finally improves, when the struggle ends. Joy, which once lived so naturally inside you, became postponed, always in the future. That postponing has cost you many sunsets of peace, many mornings of gratitude, many nights of contentment. And yet, beloved, the greatest loss was not what you missed in the outer world. The greatest loss was what began to slip away within you, your belief in yourself and your belief in divine timing. When things did not shift as quickly as you hoped, a subtle sadness grew. You began to wonder if maybe you were not as chosen, not as guided, not as favored as your heart once believed. That quiet internal doubt is the heaviest loss of all, because it affects how you walk, how you decide, how you receive. I am not saying these things to hurt you. I am saying them to acknowledge what your soul has carried in silence. I am here to stand beside you as you look at your own story with compassion instead of judgment. Take another breath. Feel my wings of light wrapping around you like a cloak. Let the tears rise if they need to. They are holy. They are not weakness. They are release. You may be thinking now about specific moments, specific people, specific choices. You might say, if only I had left earlier, if only I had believed in myself sooner, if only I had chosen differently. But beloved, hear me. There is no life without delay, without missteps, without lessons that take time. You are not being condemned. You are being invited to reclaim what can still be restored. The cost of your delay has also taught you what you never want to pay again. You now understand what it feels like to betray yourself to keep the peace, to shrink yourself to be accepted, to stay where your spirit is starving. You have lived it, and because of that, you can recognize the pattern much faster now. The very pain of your past is becoming a shield that will protect you from repeating the same cycles. There is another loss you have not fully seen. The relationships and experiences that never got the chance to find you because you were energetically unavailable. When you are deeply tied to unhealthy dynamics, your field becomes filled with that story. Those who are aligned with the next chapter often cannot reach you, not because they are not there, but because your focus and your emotional bandwidth are consumed by what is draining you. The cost of delay is not only what you endured, but what you could not yet receive. But listen closely. What was meant for you is not gone. It is waiting in a higher alignment. Some of the specific doors may not reopen, but the essence of what they carried, love, connection, opportunity, abundance, purpose, can still arrive in new forms. Nothing good you were meant to experience is permanently stolen. It can be redirected, reshaped, retimed. What matters now is that you no longer cooperate with the forces that keep pushing your blessings out of reach. Imagine for a moment if you had believed in yourself sooner. Imagine if you had trusted your intuition the first time it whispered. Imagine if you had walked away from what hurt the moment you recognized the pattern. Yes, your life might look different. But beloved, do not turn these imaginations into weapons against yourself. Instead, let them become fuel. Let them show you how much power you truly have to shape the chapters still unwritten. Take a deep breath. Feel the heaviness of regret begin to melt under my presence. I am not here to replay your past. I am here to transform its meaning. The things you think of as wasted years are becoming wisdom. The tears you cried in confusion are becoming clarity. The energy you lost is being replenished even now as you open to this truth. You are allowed to start honoring your life at a higher level, beginning today. You have not lost your destiny. You have lost time and energy to things that did not deserve as much of you as they received. That is what changes now. You are reclaiming your focus. You are reclaiming your decisions. You are reclaiming your willingness to act when your soul says, move. This willingness will begin to reverse the effects of delay. When you take even small steps in alignment, you send new signals into the field around your life, and paths begin to rearrange. Beloved, this is a sacred moment. As you listen, parts of you are grieving what you settled for. Let that grief flow for a moment. Grieve the time you spent shrinking. Grieve the love you did not receive from those you gave everything to. Grieve the support you never had when you needed it most. And then, gently, begin to release it. You cannot step fully into where you are going while clutching the pain of what did not happen. If this message is stirring something deep within you, if you feel the ache of what has been lost, and at the same time feel a quiet determination rising, declare it with your own will. Type I receive in the comments as an act of reclaiming your story. Comment your blessing number as a sign that you are ready to move differently from this day forward, that you choose no longer to pay with your peace and your purpose. There are so many hearts who do not yet realize the cost of staying where their soul is dying. When you like and share this message, you become an instrument of awakening. Someone will hear these words at the exact moment they are about to settle for less than they deserve, and you will be part of the reason they choose differently. Subscribe if this speaks to your spirit, for I will continue walking with you, revealing layer by layer the truth and the path that honors your calling. Take one last deep breath in this chapter. As you exhale, imagine placing in my hands every regret, every what if, every I should have known better. I hold them without judgment. I transform them into strength. You are not defined by what you did not do. You are defined by what you choose now. The cost of delay has been high, but the restoration will be higher. When you are ready to hear my command, the clear steps, the actions, the shifts you are now called to make, whisper it in your heart or write it below with intention. Beloved one, I, Archangel Michael, stand before you with a clarity that cuts through every remaining shadow around your spirit. Take a deep breath with me now, slow, steady, and feel the atmosphere around you shift. You have walked through the warning, the unveiling, the reflection, the ache of what was lost. Now you stand at the threshold of instruction. This is the moment heaven stops whispering and begins to command. And I speak these next words directly into your life with the authority given to me for your protection and elevation. Listen closely, beloved. The next chapter of your life will not unlock through hope alone. It requires movement. It requires alignment. It requires obedience to the truth you already feel rising inside of you. You are not being asked to do the impossible. You are being asked to do what your soul has been quietly preparing for all along. There is a path opening, but you must walk it with intention. You must stop waiting for certainty and begin moving with faith. My first command is this: release what is already leaving you. You have held on to situations, connections, and ways of living that have been dissolving for months. You felt them slipping. You sensed the distance forming. You noticed how the energy no longer flowed. Yet you tightened your grip, trying to preserve something that your spirit had already grown beyond. Do not cling to what heaven is removing. When something begins to break away from your life, it is because it cannot follow you into the next dimension of your purpose. Let it go now. Do not resurrect what your soul has outgrown. Release it with grace, not fear. Take another breath, feel the old attachments loosening. My second command is this: trust your intuition the first time it speaks. You have spent too much time questioning yourself, doubting your own inner voice, asking for signs when the sign already lived inside your chest. Your intuition is not random. It is guidance. It is divine technology, placed within you to steer you toward alignment. When something feels wrong, it is wrong. When something feels heavy, it is misaligned. When something sparks your spirit, it is meant for you. Stop waiting for external confirmation to honor what your soul already knows. Begin trusting your inner knowing like it is the voice of heaven, because it is. My third command is this: step where you have been afraid to step. There is something you have delayed. A decision. A shift. A boundary. A beginning. You have circled around it, thinking about it, worrying about it, imagining the worst-case scenario. But beloved, hesitation has cost you more than failure ever will. When heaven aligns a path, your movement is the signal that activates the blessing. It is time to move on what you already know you are meant to do. You do not need to be fully ready. You only need to be willing. My fourth command is this: protect your energy as if it were sacred currency. You can no longer give your time, your presence, your emotional labor to everyone who asks for it. You cannot save everyone. You cannot heal everyone. You cannot carry everyone. Your energy is needed for the building of your own path now. In this season, you must guard your heart and your mind fiercely. Limit the conversations that drain you. Limit the environments that lower your vibration. Limit access to those who do not respect your boundaries. Your energy must remain clean for what is coming. My fifth command is this: speak to your life with authority. You have forgotten the power in your own voice. You have allowed silence and passivity to become habits. You have accepted things as they are instead of declaring what they will be. Your words are creative. Your words shift energy. Your words open and close doors. Begin to speak life into your path. Speak clarity. Speak abundance. Speak strength. Speak forward movement. Speak protection. When you declare truth with conviction, heaven aligns with your voice. Take another slow breath. Beloved, let these commands settle into your spirit like seeds falling into fertile ground. You must know this: the next season of your life will demand a different version of you. The version that stayed silent to keep the peace cannot come with you. The version that accepted crumbs while offering feast like love cannot come with you. The version that doubted itself into paralysis cannot come with you. The version that made itself small to fit into spaces beneath your calling cannot come with you. You are shedding old identities now. This shedding will feel like breaking at times, but it is actually your emergence. My command for you now is also a promise. When you follow these steps, when you align with what I am telling you, doors will open that have remained shut for years. You will feel momentum. You will feel clarity. You will feel support from directions you did not expect. The resistance you once battled will fade. The fog around your decisions will lift. The heaviness around your spirit will dissolve. You will begin to recognize yourself again, the strong, intuitive, powerful soul you were before life dimmed your flame. Beloved, I want you to reflect on this truth. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not unworthy. You have simply been unaligned. And now, alignment is returning to you. You felt powerless before because you were giving your power away. My command is your path back to yourself. Place your hand over your heart. Feel its warmth. Feel its rhythm. Say softly, even if your voice trembles, I choose alignment. I choose movement. I choose truth. I choose myself. When you speak those words, even softly, something shifts in the spiritual realm. Heaven listens to the decision of the heart. If these commands resonate deeply within you, if you feel the call to rise, to act, to reorder your life, declare it now. Type I receive as a sacred agreement. Comment your blessing number as a seal of your willingness to step into instruction. Your agreement activates alignment. Beloved one, when you like and share this message, you help awaken other souls who are standing in the same fog of hesitation, waiting for divine clarity. You become part of a chain of awakening, a spark in someone else's turning point. Subscribe if this speaks to your spirit, for I will continue guiding you. The next chapter will reveal the abundance, the restoration, the wealth, the divine compensation that is already prepared for you. Take one more long breath with me. Feel courage seeping into your bones. Feel steadiness returning to your mind. Feel a quiet determination growing in your spirit. You are being shaped for greatness. These commands are not burdens, they are pathways. When you are ready to hear what heaven is transferring into your life, when you are ready to understand the abundance that has been waiting behind the door of your obedience, speak it with intention in your heart or write it below. Beloved one, I, Archangel Michael, stand before you now with a radiance that touches the deepest chambers of your spirit. Take a deep breath, slow, gentle, allow your shoulders to fall and your heart to open. You are entering a chapter that many never reach because they turn back too soon. But you have remained. You have listened. You have awakened enough to stand before a truth that has been waiting for you. What was withheld is now being transferred. What was delayed is now being released. What was blocked is now being opened. There is a divine law that governs this universe, a law older than the stars themselves. What is aligned must eventually arrive. Your alignment hath been shifting, and with that shift, the flow that was once obstructed has begun to loosen. The energy that once moved around you is now moving toward you. The blessings that once circled your life, waiting for the right moment, are beginning to descend. This is the essence of the wealth transfer, not only financial wealth, but spiritual wealth, emotional wealth, relational wealth, and the wealth of opportunity, creativity, and destiny. Beloved one, hear me as clearly as the breath inside your chest. Nothing you lost in the last season was truly a loss. Everything that was taken, drained, or withheld created a spiritual imbalance. Heaven does not allow imbalance to remain forever. Compensation becomes inevitable. Restoration becomes necessary. This is not punishment. This is divine mathematics. When life subtracts from a chosen soul, heaven returns in multiplication. There were forces that tried to block your abundance by keeping you entangled, distracted, drained, and doubting. There were people who benefited from your generosity but gave nothing in return. There were situations that consumed your energy and left you empty, creating the illusion that you were unworthy of receiving. None of these forces understood the truth. The more a chosen soul is drained, the greater the restoration must be. And beloved, your restoration has begun. Take another breath and allow your heart to expand slightly. You may feel warmth, pressure, or tingling. These are signs of activation. You are being aligned with receiving in ways your past could not hold. You are stepping into a space where blessings no longer slip through your fingers. They come and remain. They come and multiply. They come and elevate. There is financial increase coming to you not by chance, not by luck, but by spiritual correction. You have poured out energy, compassion, and labor into places that did not return that energy. Heaven is now returning what life did not. You may see unexpected resources, opportunities that accelerate quickly, ideas that bring income, doors that once required effort suddenly opening without resistance. This is your compensation, and it arrives in waves, not drops. But do not limit the meaning of wealth to money alone. Wealth also means relief. Wealth means peace that settles into your bones after years of tension. Wealth means relationships that actually pour into you, not just take. Wealth means open paths, open minds, open hearts. Wealth means feeling like yourself again, your true self, the one that existed before the world dimmed your light. You have also earned spiritual wealth. The wisdom you gained in your suffering is worth more than any currency. The clarity you earned from loss, the insight you now hold, the resilience that grew inside you, these are treasures no one can steal. Heaven saw your endurance, your patience, your willingness to keep trying even when your heart was tired. This endurance has activated blessings that were once waiting on your readiness. Beloved, there is something else I must tell you. The wealth transfer does not only flow to you, it flows through you. When heaven restores you, your frequency rises, and you become a magnet for experiences, relationships, and ideas that match that frequency. You begin calling in what you are aligned with. You attract what matches your healed identity, not your wounded habits. This is why your alignment mattered. This is why your obedience mattered. You are stepping into the version of yourself that abundance can sit upon without sliding away. Take a deep breath, let hope rise without fear this time. Hope is safe for you now. The delay is ending. The resistance is weakening. The path is clearing. You no longer need to brace yourself for disappointment. You no longer need to fear that what starts will suddenly collapse. You have entered a season where doors stay open, where resources stay steady, where blessings stay anchored. You may begin to notice signs of this transfer even now. Money flowing in unexpectedly. Someone offering support without you asking. A new connection that feels divinely timed. An opportunity arriving faster than you were prepared for. A sudden wave of clarity that pushes you into action. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are the first drops of rain before the downpour. Beloved, I want you to feel something for a moment. Place your hand over your heart. Say softly to yourself, I am worthy of receiving. Not because of perfection, not because of performance, but because you are aligned, you are chosen, you are ready. Wealth flows where there is openness. Blessings flow where there is belief. You are learning to open your hands again. You are learning to believe again. You are learning to receive without guilt, without fear, without hesitation. There were seasons when you prayed for just enough to survive. Now heaven prepares to give you more than enough to build, to expand, to rise, to rest, to breathe. This is not fantasy. This is not wishful thinking. This is shifted. You can feel it in your body. You can see it in your dreams. You can sense it in the air around you. Something is changing. Something is coming. Something is aligning. Beloved one, if you feel this stirring in your spirit, this quiet knowing that abundance is drawing near, declare it. Type "I receive" as an anchor. Every time you do, you shift your energy upward. Comment your blessing number as a sign that you are stepping into the flow of divine compensation. When you like and share this message, you extend the flow to others who are standing on the edge of their own breakthrough. You become a carrier of hope. You become a vessel of awakening. You become part of a chain of abundance that circles the globe. Subscribe if this speaks to your spirit, for I will continue guiding you through every unfolding phase of this blessing. Take one final deep breath in this chapter. Feel the warmth of restoration in your chest. Feel the light gathering around your future. Feel the quiet dignity of someone who has endured and is now rising. The wealth transfer is not coming, it has begun. When you are ready to receive the sign that heaven will send to confirm this shift, whisper it in your heart or write it below. Beloved one, I, Archangel Michael, draw near now. Feel the atmosphere around you soften, a gentle stillness wrapping itself around your mind, a quiet glow settling over your heart. Take a slow breath with me. Exhale. You are entering a holy moment, a moment where the unseen becomes visible, where heaven leans close enough for you to feel its whisper. You have walked through instruction, awakening, release, and restoration. And now comes the proof of information, the sign that tells your heart, yes, everything is shifting exactly as you sensed. Beloved, hear me. Heaven will never move in your life without marking the movement with a sign tailored specifically to you, one that only your spirit will recognize, one that will reach you in a way no human message can. You have been asking inside yourself quietly, secretly, for reassurance. Show me that I'm not imagining this. Show me that I'm really stepping into a new chapter. Show me that I'm not alone. Those silent requests were heard, and the response is already on its way to you. The prophetic sign will not be hidden. It will not be vague. It will not be confusing. It will meet you in a moment when your mind is quiet enough to receive it. It may appear as numbers repeating in sequences that carry a vibration meant only for you. It may appear as a sudden message from someone you haven't spoken to in years, carrying answers you didn't expect. It may be an opportunity arriving out of nowhere, something so precisely timed you can't explain it with logic. It may be an inner surge of courage so strong it feels unfamiliar, like a voice inside saying, "Move now. This is the moment you have been waiting for." Or it may come through softness, an unexpected peace that settles over you in the middle of a storm, reminding you that your life is held by hands far greater than your circumstances. Beloved, do not fear that you will miss the sign. A soul as attuned as yours could never miss what heaven prepares. The sign was chosen for you long before you ever knew to ask for it. It will find you. It will read you. It will settle into your awareness with an unmistakable clarity that brings tears to your eyes. Take another breath, feel the anticipation stirring in your chest. This is not anxiety. It is recognition. Your spirit can sense what your mind cannot yet explain. You may feel, in the next few days, a strange alignment, people saying things that echo your private thoughts, circumstances rearranging in your favor without effort, sudden shifts in conversations, unexpected kindness, messages from those guided to speak to you. This is the field around your life responding to the new frequency you now carry. Your prophetic sign is not random. It is permission. Permission to believe again. Permission to move again. Permission to trust what you feel rising within you. The sign will also carry a message. It may say it's time. It may say you are ready. It may say this door is yours now. It may say what you lost is returning in a higher form. Or it may simply say you are not alone. Beloved, you have spent years searching for signs in the outside world, hoping something would speak loud enough to drown your doubt. But the most powerful sign of all is the shift happening inside you right now, your clarity returning, your courage rising, your spirit awakening after being numb for so long. You are becoming the sign that your life is entering a new chapter. But still, heaven will give you an external confirmation, one that meets you precisely where your heart has been waiting. Place a hand over your heart again, feel the warmth beneath your palm. Say softly, I am ready to see the sign. Yes, those words open doors. Just those words send ripples through the unseen. Just those words align your energy with the message being sent to you. Beloved, this sign will appear soon, sooner than you expect. Not months from now, not years from now. It will come in divine timing that intersects with your readiness, and you are ready now. When it arrives, you will feel an unmistakable stillness wash over you, a recognition that feels like déjà vu mixed with relief. You will know that everything you've been hearing, feeling, sensing, and hoping has not been a fantasy, it has been a divine unfolding. Your life is shifting. Your path is clearing. Your blessings are aligning. And this sign will be the seal on that truth. If you feel this message vibrating through you, if you feel the sign drawing near, declare it. Type I receive to open your heart fully. Comment your blessing number as a signal of your readiness to witness what heaven has prepared. When you like and share this message, you help another soul who is silently praying for a sign of their own. You become the bridge between their doubt and their awakening. Subscribe if this speaks to your spirit, for there is still one more revelation, one final blessing, one divine closure awaiting you. Take one last deep breath in this chapter. Inhale hope, exhale doubt. You are entering the realm of confirmation. You are stepping into divine certainty. When you are ready to receive the final seal, the decree that will anchor this entire journey, whisper it in your heart or write it below. Beloved one, I, Archangel Michael, stand with you now at the end and at the beginning, for every true ending is only a doorway. Feel me near you, closer than before, as if the very air around you is glowing with a soft, blue golden light. Take a deep, slow breath, inhale gently, hold it, and exhale all that no longer belongs to the life you are stepping into. You have walked far in this message. You have listened with your spirit, not just your mind. Now, I speak the final seal over your path. You have been through warning and awakening, through exposure of traps and the revealing of loss, through command and alignment, through wealth and signs. You have stood face to face with your own patterns and your own potential. And now heaven asks you very simply, very clearly, what will you choose from this day forward? Not in theory, not in fantasy, but in the quiet, decisive place inside your heart where your true life is written. Beloved, you are not the same one who pressed play on this message. Whether you feel it fully or not, something has shifted deeply. Old illusions have cracked. Old excuses no longer sound convincing. There is a new clarity in you now, a clarity that cannot be unseen. This is why this moment is sacred. You are standing in your own threshold. One step in one direction keeps you in the old cycle. One step in another direction writes a new future. I am here to decree over you what heaven has already spoken, but I must also invite your agreement. This is not a decree forced upon you. It is one you can stand under with willingness. So as you listen, let your heart whisper yes when you feel the resonance. Let your spirit lean into the words and claim them as your own. I decree that the spirit of delay over your life is broken. The fog that hung over your decisions is lifting. The confusion that made you doubt what you already knew is dissolving. From this day forward, you will recognize distraction for what it is and gently turn away. You will not be seduced back into cycles that drain your energy and dim your light. You will move with purpose, with intention, with a quiet confidence that grows each day. I decree that your self-trust is restoring. The part of you that second-guessed every feeling, every intuition, every inner nudge is being healed. You will begin to hear your own soul clearly again, and you will honor its voice. No longer will you sacrifice your inner knowing to keep others comfortable. No longer will you betray your own heart for the sake of temporary approval. You will choose truth over pleasing, alignment over acceptance, freedom over familiarity. I decree that doors which are yours will open and doors which are not will close. You will not have to beg, force, or push yourself into spaces that cannot hold your spirit. You will feel a new ease as paths align under your feet. Not because life will suddenly become effortless, but because you will stop walking against your own current. You will stop carrying what was never yours to carry. You will stop trying to prove what was never yours to prove. Take another breath now. Breathe in this decree like light filling your chest. I decree that your heart is being wrapped in protection. You will still love, but you will love with wisdom. You will still give, but you will give from overflow, not from emptiness. You will still support others, but you will do so without abandoning yourself. The days of being taken for granted, taken advantage of, or emotionally used without reciprocity are closing. You are learning the sacred art of boundaries, and heaven stands with you as you practice them. I decree that your time of only surviving is ending. You are being guided into a life that includes more rest, more joy, more creativity, more authentic expression. You will rediscover what makes your soul feel alive. You will find yourself saying yes to things that nourish you and no to things that drain you. You will feel permission from the highest realms to live, not just endure. I decree that the wealth transfer in your life continues to unfold, not in a single moment, but in waves of restoration, waves of opportunity, waves of divine connection. Resources will meet you where purpose guides you. You will not chase endlessly. You will attract what matches the truth of who you are becoming. As you step deeper into alignment, the right people, opportunities, and solutions will begin to appear. Not all at once, but in perfect sequence, one step at a time. Beloved, this decree is not only over your circumstances, it is over your identity. The story you have told yourself about who you are is being rewritten. You are no longer the one who is always behind, always overlooked, always left out. You are no longer the one who loves deeply but receives too little in return. You are no longer the one who almost makes it but never fully arrives. That old story dissolves now. I speak this over you. You are a chosen soul, deeply guided, deeply protected, deeply loved. Even when you felt alone, you were surrounded. Even when you felt forgotten, you were being prepared. Even when you felt broken, you were being rebuilt from the inside out. You are more powerful than you realize, not in the way the world defines power, but in the way heaven recognizes it, the power to choose truth, to heal, to rise, to love without losing yourself. Place your hand over your heart once more. Feel its steady rhythm. Let these words sink in. I ask you now, gently, lovingly, will you agree with this decree? Will you step into this destiny not just with emotion in this moment, but with decisions that follow tomorrow, and the next day, and the next? If your spirit says yes, let your body follow. Type I receive in the comments as a sacred seal, not just as a phrase, but as a contract between your soul and your future. Comment your blessing number as a mark that you have passed through this gateway awake, aware, and willing. This message is not only for you, beloved. There are many who are standing on the edge of surrender, ready to give up, ready to collapse under the weight of their own delays and regrets. When you like and share this, you extend the decree beyond your own life. You become part of a divine chain of awakening. You let this message continue its journey, finding the hearts that were silently crying out tonight. Subscribe if this speaks to your spirit, for I will continue to meet you in the exact timing you need, with words that match your next step. Take a slow breath now in and out. Feel the gentle finality in the air. There is nothing more you must strive for in this moment. The work of this message is complete. The seed has been planted. The decree has been spoken. And now comes your part, to walk, to trust, to remember. Beloved, when doubt returns, and it will try come back to this feeling, this sense of being wrapped in light, of being spoken to directly, of being known so deeply it reaches your bones. Remember that I told you, you are not alone on this path. Call on me when your heart grows heavy. Whisper my name when confusion appears. I will be there, not as an idea, but as presence, as guidance, as strength. I place my sword of light before you now, not as a weapon of fear, but as a symbol of clarity and protection. It stands at the entrance of your new chapter. As you step forward, you step through a gate that hath been cleared specifically for you. Old chains fall away. Old agreements dissolve. Old fears lose their hold. You are crossing over into a life that more accurately reflects the truth of who you are. This is my final seal over you. You will not go back to who you were before this message. Even if you falter, even if you forget for a moment, something irreversible has already shifted. You are awake now. You are aware. You are aligned. And heaven will continue to meet you in that awareness. Go forward now with a lighter heart, with a clearer mind, and with a stronger spirit. Your path is changing because you are changing. Your destiny is unfolding because you are finally ready to walk toward it instead of away from it. I, Archangel Michael, bless you, protect you, and walk beside you. This decree is sealed. It is done.